Well, hello again, everybody. This is episode 29 now of Edgewater, Saskatchewan. I hope everyone's doing really well. So, I'm not going to lie, I've carried on recording straight from the last episode. Chances are this won't actually come out probably until Monday or Tuesday, but I just enjoyed the last episode. I enjoyed the recording. I enjoyed actually playing it, so I've decided just to carry on. So, if I've had some really good comments, which I know I would have done, I haven't ignored you. This is just pre-recorded, so I will read them, and anything decent I'll try and get into the next episode. But anyway, we pretty much know exactly what needs to be done. So I've skipped forward today, as always, and then jumped straight back to the spot we were standing in. So we need to, today, sort out this environmental score, and also maximise our yield, because we've got to wait quite a while for it. We need to get the maximum out of it. Now, I remember last time when we passed by, this was showing its pH was bad. The nitrogen was okay. Don't know if it is in this section here, but the pH was bad. So we need to fix that. We absolutely need to do that. So, whilst we are here though, and we need to take the truck back, let's pick up our swather and take that back with us as well. Now, I was thinking while we're here, let's just buy the header for it, because we need it either way. And actually, we don't need the mower. We'll buy the swather and the header for it, the mower part for it, and get rid of our mower, and then just use the swather from now on to do the grass. Oh, it's doing it again. Right, I think I'll take the long way around to get into this shop. So yeah, so while I'm here, you know, we've got just under $50,000. Let's buy the head attachment for the swather and get rid of the mower at some point during this episode, I think, for definite. So we'll just reverse this here somewhere. It'll probably be easier to just drive the actual mower onto the back of this rather than try and maneuver this humongous trailer. So that's that, so that's good. So we'll get that loaded up. Now just quickly, let's pop into the shop. Okay, so what was it under? It was under mowers, wasn't it? I've not long looked. So under mowers, that one there, 25,000. But we need it, so let's just go for it. Does the brand make a difference? Wonder if we can. Oh, we can get a Challenger one. Makes sense. What's the decal do? Don't know. We don't need the decal. It's $5 we haven't got. Right, so we will buy that for definite, and we have £24,596 left over. But look at the size of that. Look at the size of it. I wonder, in actual fact, what's the current mower worth? Because we will be selling that. Oh, so it's still worth nearly £8,000. By the time we repair it, that'll be about £8,000. So that's pretty good, isn't it? Anything decent in the shop today? That was just... Oh, hang on a minute. That was there yesterday, but this was definitely not there. 64% discount. I promise, if there's a way that you can put things into the shop, I don't know how to do it. And I promise this is just purely coincidental. May not do the spot spraying that we need though, but it's certainly a good in-betweener. So what does it come with? 27 meters wide. That's pretty good. Oh, so 30 meters, it doesn't actually cost anything. 33 does. So it's a 30 meter wide sprayer. Doesn't matter. Weed spot spray. It does have weed spot spray. It does cost a lot of money. But it does... Do you know what? We need to get that. Because we can just upgrade that when we're ready. When we eventually need it. Wow. And it's got loads of options for tank. Okay, right. We need to get that. So it is 21,705. I just can't believe it. I keep coming out and loading back into it just to make sure I'm not imagining it, but it's definitely there, isn't it? Wow. Okay, it's going to put us down to pretty much nothing. but we need to get it. It's even got the number plate done ready for me. It's just fate, isn't it? Let's get it. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. That is incredible. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll try as well. So I was curious as to whether or not the cutting bar here would support the mowing cutting bar. So we'll zoom right out, won't we? Let's jump into this. And this was the absolute bargain of the century up until last episode. However, I don't know now, with that sprayer that we just bought, we're having some real fortune with this shop. It's incredible. I always say, always check the shop. It's just worth doing all the time. Look at the absolute size of this as well. Look at the width of it. Well, this is pretty nimble on the old steering as well, isn't it? And boards are doing their job. What a start to an episode. Right, moving on. Yeah, so I don't think it does support this because it doesn't actually fit up there. Can we just take it like this? Don't really have any other option, to be honest with you. Okay, fine. Now, the sprayer. If it will attach to the JCB, then great, we will also load that up at the same time. But I don't know if it, mind you, it looks like a standard attachment. Maybe it will. Oh, this just goes better and better. Wow. What a start to an episode. Wow. Okay, we need to get some herbicide. What's the cheapest way of buying it? In fact, what can we even get into it? What was the capacity? I got so excited I didn't even check. So it holds, oh, it's 4,000 litres. That's also quite a big one, isn't it? That's a really good sprayer I think we just got there. To be honest, we can only afford one of them. So let's get it. We need it while we're here. Now I know it leaves us with pretty much nothing, but we'll sell the mower because we just don't need it now. So to be honest though, the cost, the sale price of that mower is probably only just gonna get us through the next couple of months with the maintenance costs and things, which are just going up all the time. Good, right. We should be able to get on our way now. Lovely. Right, we'll make our way back. Now hopefully we can actually get back, because that is quite wide. Maybe it'll be higher than the traffic. We might be alright. Right, I'll yeah, slightly different start to an episode. I don't normally spend money the second we start, but wow, what a couple of buys we've already made. I'll see you back at the farm. Right, here we are, back at the farm. I'm not going to be able to get in too far with this just because of the width of the swather. So what I'll probably have to do is pull up here somewhere before we get to our little roundabout, and we'll just get a tractor up just to unload and move the sprayer out of the way. To be honest, the swather can pretty much go straight into that field because it is ready to go. Now let's just get the back lowered down. Didn't quite shut properly, but it did shut, so that's fine. Let's undo everything. That's a real shame, you know, that won't go onto there. I can probably get, I know there's like detachable ramps and things in the mod hub. I could probably maybe get them and attach them there to raise the actual mower up. I don't know. If anyone's used them, let me know, because I've seen them. I haven't tried them. They look like a good idea. So probably get the tractor. Actually no, I can just reverse the tractor up and then just collect that whole IBC, can't I? Yeah. So we'll just grab the one of the John Deeres wherever I have left them and get that cleared off ready. Now we do need to originally, I really need to sort that out. My plan was originally to get the fertilizer spreader, or the spreader, because it's actually going to be a lime spreader today, and head back to the other field. We still got another month or two before it can be harvested, so hopefully it will recognise the lime and give us that yield bonus and environmental score, which we need, definitely. So as soon as we've done that, as soon as we've cleared this trailer off, we will head on down there. Now I was just going to drive it down on the tractor, because it was just going to be one small job, but now we have a sprayer, so actually I'll probably load it back up onto this low loader and just take it straight down again. Right, so let's connect that up, drink up all the herbicide. Right, and we'll just pull this up. I might just park it in my little lay-by here actually for a minute. I can't wait to get the rest of this done, by the way. Maybe NC again, it probably was NC, said about the self-marketing kind of sell points, I guess they are. I've not actually looked, I've not downloaded them, but it could be something that we could put there instead, make it look like a nice little market. We'll do something. I just don't want to have a sell point that makes it too easy. But I will download it. That's going to look quite cool. Now let's jump over here. Clearly, you're meant to do that, I assume. And reverse this off. Why is it not moving? Is there a hidden strap? Yep, there was a hidden strap, which I didn't see. Look at the size of this. It is absolutely huge. Right, we're going to leave this here. Fortunately, this only does 6 miles per hour, which for a change is actually a benefit, because it means I'm less likely to knock it off. I probably still will though. I do hope that 2,000 litres would actually do the field. Be a bit annoying if it doesn't. Now, and hopefully, I reckon we'll have enough room to back up the fertiliser spreader with the tractor, and then we'll literally just reverse back out and get on with the field. Now, lime is normally quite heavy, but fortunately the steering's a bit light, but because this one has got some weights built into the front of it, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So let's drive it on, because I can probably tuck the nose in just over to the left or the right. Should give us enough room to get it on the trailer. Let's see what it's like. It looks like, oh, there's enough room anyway, look. Brilliant. Well, that is good. Now, do we need anything else while we are here? We're going to do the spraying, we're going to do the liming, and the tractor. I don't think we do need anything else. Not for a minute. Right, wow. Straight on to the first job. So ironically, the piece of equipment that I was almost going to get rid of, because I didn't think it was very good, has turned out to be the piece of equipment we've used the most for the last 3 episodes, maybe 4 episodes, and that's this low loader. I do like it. It's saved us a lot of hassle. It has its negatives, it has its pros, it has its cons, but this has saved a lot of time. A lot of time for me, off camera anyway, that is. You know, going backwards and forwards twice with that John Deere would have been a bit of a nightmare just to do this one job. And this is the 2nd or 3rd time now that it's done that. So overall, a little bit of time spent loading it onto the trailer is definitely worth it, because it saves so much time. Now, this is going to be the moment of truth, because is this going to crop damage or damage crops? And if it is, we may need to. It is, isn't it? Right, we're gonna have to sort out some narrow crop tyres, because we've got to go over this field twice now with this tractor. That's not great. So let me just do that a minute. Okay, slight change of plan. The tractor I was going to use doesn't actually have a narrow tyre option, so that would have been no good. And secondly, as usual, I didn't actually refuel it, so it's pretty much ready to run out of fuel. So as soon as we started using it, it would have run out anyway. As always, I bought that tank and I still forget to do it. But to be honest, we had to bring the mower down. We had to sell it anyway just to get that little bit more money for it. So it's not too bad. I know this one does have a narrow option. So let's repair. Does it really make 462 we've got? Well, we can't repaint it even if we wanted to. So let's just sell that. So that's paid for that anyway, 8,500. Good. Then we will customize the tires. That is narrow. Looks absolutely ridiculous now. That just looks ridiculous. But we need it. So, £1,000. It's not bad. Good. Is there a weight as part of the standard game that will fit to that type of tractor? Because I know it doesn't have a 3-point attachment at the front. So that's going to be the only downfall. We might struggle a little bit with the weight of the lime, but it'll be fine. As the lime goes down, the weight obviously reduces, so it'll only be the initial part. Whether or not this has the power to pull the sprayer, I don't know. Okay, slowly but surely, I am almost there. God, I don't miss using these tractors. Not for these kind of journeys. This is taking ages. So I didn't realise actually, but the sprayer is part of, so thanks again to NC, it's part of the pack you recommended me to download, which is the Precision Sprayer pack. So I downloaded it, I activated it just as I started recording this episode, and surprisingly it kind of came up in the shop straight away. I've never really seen that before, but that is really good, and that's probably helped with the price a little bit as well. Right, I don't normally cheat and undo the straps, but this is a bit of a nightmare to get straps off this trailer. Drop that down on the floor. So yeah, as you can see, the fuel light is flashing again. This tractor goes through so much fuel. It goes through a lot of fuel. But then I use it for a lot of things. I wonder how many hours it's on. Let's have a look. 10.3 hours. Isn't it amazing how much time you actually spend playing a game when you do a series like this? It adds up, doesn't it? We haven't just used that tractor, and I've put 10 hours on that. That was brand new. Do not tell my good lady. This one's also had 4.5 hours. Wow, 4.9. This one's had 5 hours. That's 15 hours between the two. Wow. I can't really look at the Mac because that was a used one anyway, but yes, my dear missus would probably not be very happy. Good. Right. Probably need to open it, I expect, and get going. Oh, brilliant. There we go. Oh my goodness. See how quick it's getting through this. We are going to need a lot more. Wow. It's going to run out. Oh my gosh. Right. Wow. Hey, it's all part of the game. Has it actually helped? Yes. A lot. So we go to here. Perfect. So nitrogen is perfect, pH is perfect. We have to do it, it needs to be done. We're going to have to go to the shop. We're going to have to take the Mac again. We haven't really got a choice. Let's at least get the sprayer off. And then we'll take the Mac again. I'll do that off camera and I'll jump it straight back in. Right, okay, we're back. Let's get going. I didn't actually buy them. I thought it was quicker to head back to my yard because I've got enough for maybe 5 bags worth in the shed that I bought last time. So I'll just right, I'll do this again, back in a sec. Right, third time. Yeah, obviously needed it. Clearly needed it. Oh my goodness. Right, again. This is turning into one of the longest jobs I've done so far. It's gonna go again, isn't it? Right. Okay, right, back again. This time I had to buy it, so £2,800 it came to, but I bought 8 bags because it's just ridiculous. I'm gonna need it. We're probably gonna need it for the grass, to be honest. Oh my god. Right, catch you in a mo. Back again. I'm trying to cut out all of the loading, unloading bits because honestly I'm doing it so often, and it kind of, once you've seen it once, you don't need to see it again, do you? Like now. Okay. Finally, it's used all 8 of those bags, you know. So I'm just kind of manually doing these last few bits because it missed a few bits. It didn't seem to pick up, but wow. So we've got 289 of our 8 bags worth left over. I mean, I'm sure it would be worth it. I'm sure it would be worth it. That's probably good now for 2 or 3 harvests, really. So we can't complain. At least it's done. It's unlikely we'll get everything back on the same trailer, but we might as well try it. Will that stay? Right, let's get on with the spraying. So, is this 2,000 litres even going to be enough? And are the tyres that come with the sprayer narrow? You would assume so, because it's a sprayer. But I know some of the other ones, they're not, and they actually damage the crop, which just doesn't make any sense. But hopefully, let's just give it a little trial. They look narrow. Good. Okay, right. No idea how wide this is. So let's open it up. Yeah, this thing is huge. It's going to hit the fence. Okay. Right. Application rate is automatic. Let's give it a go. Certainly not using as much as the other one is, anyway. I'm assuming the little areas which are getting darker must be the weeds. Alright, try and do that without hitting the tree. So I don't know if the standard speed for this is 7 miles per hour, but this tractor does seem to be pulling it okay, actually. It is okay. So we could definitely cope without the other tractor once we actually need to sell one of them. I think this one's quite a handy little one to keep. It does do a good job for us. I've also downloaded a couple of mods as well since the last episode. I will show you if I can set this. Turn that off a minute. If I can set this to cruise control, I will show you which mods I've installed. One of them is the tractor. Right, that's good. Try and get it in a straight line. So, yeah, hopefully that'll be alright. I'll have to be real quick. So, it's small. I think it comes under small. No, it comes under medium. And it's kind of a bit like the Big Bud, but it's not a Big Bud. And it's these ones there. Just check on. Yeah, we're still doing alright. Yeah, these ones. So the basic one's 27,000. That's got 145 horsepower. It's 45 more. That's also got 145. Oh, timed that very well, didn't I? Try and I'm not very good at multitasking, as you can tell. Right, I've got to do this without hitting that lamppost. Let's not do a Jeremy Clarkson. Okay, I think we're good this time. Ooh, just about. Right, I'm not going to look at the tractors again. Let's finish this field. One thing at a time. because I could end up wasting a load of herbicide, and that stuff ain't cheap. Oh, now I hit a bloody tree. Okay, right. Field is done eventually. Definitely didn't make any errors there at all. Lamppost, tree, fence. Now, what's this thing doing? Interesting. So what I'm going to try and do is squeeze all of this onto the trailer. See if I can also get the tractor on as well. And that's both the tractors. Soon find out. Okay, I'm kind of hoping this will go in far enough down the side of it. Oh yeah, I mean it looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Made to fit. Try and make sure the wheel doesn't fall off. Okay, and then the other one will go on the back. Great, that's amazing. So yeah, anyway, right. Third time lucky. The tractors I was looking at was these. Now I haven't actually used them. I haven't tried them. I don't know what the difference is. They're both called the same. They've both got the same horsepower. That one's just got wider looking tyres by the look of it. Oh, maybe that's a newer version with a fancier cab or something. But anyway, nothing wrong with that. So I know no one's using it. From what I can see, the kind of YouTubers I watch, I've not seen anyone use it. So that's my initial thing. I think it is an articulated tractor, which I don't always like, but it's different. Does it allow you to change? No. Okay. So that I didn't realise, unless the engine setup changes it. No. Goes to 170 horsepower though. But it doesn't let you change the back. Does this let you change it? Well, forget it. It doesn't really matter because it's not got the right attachment. I did also stick the old Clarkson looking tractor in because it's quite good. I use one similar to that in the roleplay story mode, and it was a really good tractor actually. So I figured, hey, I'll activate it because if it comes up in the shop for 60% off, that'll be a good buy. Right, but other than that, it doesn't really work because that is not as good as I kind of thought it would be. But we are always looking back and reliant on quite a lot of these mods. If these come up in the shop, these are going to be around 50,000. Loads of options there, but it's all about being patient, I guess. There's always the Fiat Agri. That is a really good tractor. For the price, the amount of power you get is great. I use this so much in FS19, but it's a Fiat, and we are in Canada, so I'm avoiding that. If it comes up in the shop, if someone's got it for sale, then maybe that's not so bad. But for the meantime, I am avoiding the old Fiats again. And then this one here isn't too bad as well. That'll do for a little yard run around to get rid of the other tractor. So I just added a few little extra mods. Nothing too major. I'm going to abandon that seeder there again still, because I'm undecided on what I'm going to do. Whether I'm going to put a little shed in that section. One thing I need to do is get the Mac serviced, because we're using it a lot, we're relying on it a lot, and its service level is almost down. Wow, look at it, it's maybe 15%, and we're asking a lot of it, you know, to cart all of this kind of stuff around. It is starting to struggle. It will still do 40-50, still quicker than driving the tractors, but yeah, we're not being very nice to it. It doesn't have the power to pull away fast enough to get in front of that car, that's for sure. Right, see you in about a year. Okay, wow. It still does 40 miles per hour, thereabouts, just. Which is pretty impressive, really. I do really like this Mac. Now it has changed back to miles per hour. I'm not just saying miles per hour. I don't know why. I didn't change it, I did change it to kilometers, but it doesn't store the things like the speedo and the settings like that for each gameplay. It stores them for in general. So I'll probably switch back to a different gameplay, maybe the roleplay, and the settings are changed with it. So can we get this down to the main yard? I would have thought so. I don't see why not. There's nothing overly wide on there. But we have another piece of equipment with nowhere for it to go. So we're going to have to think of something. That will do. Let's lower that down. And at some point we'll take all of that off. I don't know why it's doing that. Not sure. Because other than that, it looks like a really good quality mod. The detail is incredible. But I don't know why it's decided to stick the mass through the wheel. Bizarre. It's like a transformer. Right, do you know what? We'll end the episode giving our new swather a quick go. But I think we're pretty much there for time now, to be honest with you. So, another good episode. Loads of things achieved. We're making some real progress. Every episode, we're always making steps towards the bigger picture. I'm quite excited to try this. Other than doing a little bit of testing here and there, I've not actually driven it. And I mean, the size of it, absolutely massive. This time round, probably not going to be great, but going forward, we won't even need to be using the rake anymore either. That's great news. Look at it. It's just storming through it. There we go. That was quick. That was a real quick job compared to what I'm used to. Ideal. Now, I'm going to end the episode here. I do need to do a little bit of tidying. I can whack that rake out of the way now. I don't even need it anymore. This piece of machinery is taken over. But the next problem I have, as I had with that, with pretty much everything, where am I going to put it? So I think, to be honest with you, this one, between this episode and the next episode, I'll probably do a couple of off-screen contracts. I'll probably stick with the fertilizer ones just because they're easy to do. In fact, let's have a little peek now and see if there is anything on there before we get too close to harvesting season. Of course, don't forget it is on seasonal growth. Yeah, I need more than £465 though, that's for sure. So I'll keep an eye out. Hopefully the next one there might be a fertilising one. Yeah, I hope so. And I'll build up some funds And we'll just have a little bit of a backup, a bit like I did with the farm build, the actual house build. Well, maybe we'll think about getting that track in place, and also then at some point, somewhere, we will also put another shed in. It could be here, could be down at the other field, I'm not too sure, but we certainly need it. We can't be leaving stuff like this out all night. Now, I'm kind of hoping in the meantime, maybe our mate Barry will have a little demand of silage in the meantime, because we'll pick that grass up next, put it into there, get it fermenting. Ideally, selling it a bit sooner than January, just to fund the pickup. We need about, I don't know, about 28,000 to get the pickup attachment for the combine. And then we can, well, do the new crop type, I guess, and just kind of make the increased yield. I can't remember what it was, 20% was it, I think you get as an increase. So one thing I am interested to know is if we swath it, if we cut it and swath it with this, can we collect it with the harvester after harvesting season? That'll be a good question to end it on. That might just buy me an extra month or two just to get the pickup, that's all. So interested to know if anyone's tried it. Can I swath it, leave it on the ground in swaths, and harvest it after? Yeah, interesting that one will be. But anyway, thank you very much. Hopefully this is about the right timing for an episode. I've got a heck of a mess to get tidied up, but we will do that next time. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, cheers and gone.